Hello, hello, hello. We are back for another episode of $1 Billion Idea. This is Chef Carl.
I am Chef Paul.
And we are excited to see what competition day number 2 entails. What do we see already?
We have seen, well, we'll start with episode 5.
Yep.
Where we debuted. We were selected to move on to the competition round.
Out of 3, we were picked.
Amazing. And then in episode 6.
Episode 6.
It started with 6 companies.
Paul, I do want to say.
Yes, go on.
I have evidence that episode happened. This is the book that I read from.
It's amazing.
So in episode 6, we saw the elevator pitch, which I absolutely botched.
Bombed.
Terrible. Like, I just want to secondarily reiterate that we were told to focus on walking out of that elevator, which is what I was focused on.
And I know that.
That came across.
But, Carl, we survived episode 6 and we advanced. And we are now staring down the barrel of episode 7.
That's it. My heartwarming story.
Thank you for that.
Pulled us through to episode 7.
Here we are. Episode 7. Good luck.
Now we're down to 5.
How are you guys?
Good.
After the first elimination, I now have 5 entrepreneurs
Okay.
who are eager to take on their next
You look
challenge.
focused.
Nadia invented pillow sheets.
I was ready to go.
James invented poop stick.
The poop stick, there it is.
Invented wonderful.
Pogo pooper.
Jordan, owner of Dewey's Vegan Shoes. And Carl, who created Awesome Sauce.
We created Awesome Sauce.
In
Together.
business, I tell my employees,
Kyle.
The basement is where you go to kind of look up at the future of your business. And the office is where you go to achieve it. And in between, you bring that base mentality. And so as important as the work is here,
We
work
need
upstairs
to
is
know
just
that
as
this is
important.
very
Now,
similar to his book, Base Mentality.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Good plug.
Hold on, I wanna show you
Yeah.
something.
So this is the first time we came and saw any more of this building.
Where are we headed, Carl?
Represents to you guys. This is
Honestly,
the
I don't know what room it
upstairs.
is,
This where
but-
you get done, right?
So we walk into this room,
Okay.
and there's 3 different carpets kind of spaced out in the whole room. So I know we're building something.
Uh-oh.
Exactly what?
First thing
Yes, but we've got
first thing came in. So I was the first one to walk in the room, and I saw parts, and I was so excited.
It's just a space, but what you can do in this space is endless.
Carl, what do you see, dude?
Industrial kitchen,
Oh, now we're talking.
experts.
Carl got a
Oh.
wake-up call last week when he barely escaped elimination.
Ooh.
I got a sense you were not serious about this experience. I hope he's starting to take this opportunity more seriously.
Yes, he is.
Jordan.
I want to know.
First of all, I see the potential for a
I've
lot
got
of
the
natural
book in my
light, which
hand.
is
Do you
great.
see the other 3?
So I would make this feel like an open concept home of a kitchen, a dining space.
To me,
I s-
Jordan seemed a little less
To
confident than the
impress upon him how serious I was, I started
Yes.
carrying the thing with me
others.
everywhere, everywhere. And he noted it. He was like, "Carl, I noticed that."
What do you see?
This desk.
So the viewers know I am a tinker. I'm a builder. I love building things.
Is that
And
I'm
I love-
just as impressed with the first
Okay, don't take it
follower
away
as
from
I
him,
am with
Carl.
the
Come
leader.
on.
So I'm curious to see who can effectively follow as well as lead.
Okay.
We figure out one.
So we've got a leadership challenge.
A leadership and a follower.
Let's find out like the symmetrical pieces.
Taking the desk.
I shouldn't have took it from him. I'm sorry, Mike.
On the floor with different parts. Put it in finger tight so then you can come back if we need to.
This doesn't look like it goes
That's-
this.
They're all the same. Oh, no, they're not. We're just all grabbing different tools and talking to each other. So it's a little
Uh-oh, you're walking
chaotic
away.
at first.
The timing effort.
This is the same structure
Let's
as
say
that
one.
one.
This
This
one's
one's a
different.
different
We get-
structure. Don't worry about the drawers. Don't worry about shelves. Just get 3 desks that are functional because as an entrepreneur, you have to focus on minimum viable product.
When we were going through it, I think there was this like internal monologue of like, "Don't take over," right? Because I think my natural instinct is to be like, "Okay, I see this. I see what needs to happen." But this is also a competition show. We didn't go through all the details.
It's interesting. I mean, you and I deal with that every day, right? I mean,
Our
so-
little back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Paul, don't send the email.
and I'm like,
Carl, send the email.
yeah, that's how it goes. And you do have to figure out. I mean, honestly, as co-founders, you have to figure out how is it that you're going to allow the other person to continue to be who they are and maximize what they bring to the table while also helping to guide in different ways and provide value.
Yeah, I mean, interestingly here, like if it was just one person in 20 minutes trying to build 3 desks, it wouldn't have happened. And so even if there's somebody who's more proficient at building, they're not going to get it all done.
Sure.
And so you've got to sort of encourage them. So there's a piece of this that I'm curious that they show where James and I were like, okay, we've figured out these 2 types of desks, so we're going to go at these. You guys jump on this. It was like a larger desk in the middle. And so they jumped on that, and Nadia started running back and forth just bringing the little parts,
And
which
was
was
that
massively helpful.
Yeah.
Because at each rug, some of the pieces had been moved, right? And so we needed basically a runner. And so James was on one rug. I was on one rug. Nadia was a runner, and then Jordan and Mike were tackling.
Your struggle from last week give you an extra sense of pressure for this week?
I don't remember that being the pressure. I felt like the rebound from the story put me back where I needed to be. I'm already competitive, so I was already there. Like, I was still looking across the aisle at each person, saying, "Okay, how am I matching up here?" And I think it changed my approach. I didn't feel a different type of pressure though. I changed my approach. I got a little more serious. I remember the word of the week was ripping, so that might pop out somewhere. We were ripping.
You were saying that constantly?
I was saying that constantly, and I think I brought it down. Maybe I was at maybe 15 times per minute. Went down to 10.
Yeah.
We're back.
Who's the leader of the pack?
I think Carl took the lead, to be honest with you. He's the one that said, hey, let's do this, let's do that.
I think we broke up well. James and I tackled this style.
You're so
Jordan
sweaty.
And Mike were
Yeah, I
here,
was
and then Nadia was
perspiring.
taking the tools.
I definitely
Nadia,
look.
who's the leader?
I know when is not my lane, and Carl was able to guide us, and so all I could do was just figure
Good
out
work,
where I
buddy.
fit in
Okay.
and how I could help the team.
I will say,
Shame in being a first follower.
I did feel
Because at
good
times,
standing up there.
You gotta
Yeah.
follow the lead to get done. I'm impressed. I honestly did not think you would be able to build these desks. See you guys. Good job.
Take care, man.
Thank you.
See you guys.
In on Fab 5. And this challenge.
Look at you
I
bringing
felt
everyone
I'm
together,
Fab.
Carl.
And I was
That
able
felt
to
good.
step into that leader role. 1, 2, 3, Fab 5.
That's cheesy.
While the
That's
contestants
cheesy.
consider
You did it.
what means
The
to be
Fab
a
Five?
first
Shout out
follower
Michigan basketball?
versus a true leader, I'm heading off to meet with a good
Did it
friend
feel
of mine,
cheesy when you
Zach
did that, or
Brown,
were
joined
you-
our camp. He
Yeah.
calls Camp Southern Ground.
There's cameras all around. You got to do that.
Yeah.
With this.
So entrepreneurs, last time we met, I had you build desks.
And they
Today's the
told
day
us to
we fill
dress
those
in
desks with
athletic
people you
wear.
trust, who will follow you, and
That's
at
not the
times
look of a happy
will take
man,
the lead.
because I
So
realized what was
let me
happening.
introduce you to a couple of my employees. We have Brian Tice. He's one of our creative directors. Nick.
Good guy.
He's my director of operations.
Nakamoto.
Best part of his
Tops.
resume is
Good guy.
not even on his resume. He's my brother-in-law.
Oh.
And Carolyn, who came to
Carolyn.
me as a part-time employee, just looking for a gig. Ultimately, she became my executive assistant, and I don't know what I would do without her. Without the best employees, you cannot have a successful company.
No doubt.
That is true.
Each one of you will interview the 4 remaining
I forgot
competitors
about the bowl.
from
You see on the
this
bowl,
bowl.
there's a little piece of sandpaper. See that?
Is that the yellow or the black?
The
underneath
yellow.
it?
I see a mechanical bull and I'm like, I'm from Texas. This is.
Oh, James. Get out of here, James.
I grew up in a state that does nothing but this. And so
I
I don't
am
even know if
not
these people are still here.
not
They
from
should go
Texas,
home
so
You know, most people think the pressure is on the person being interviewed. But the reality is, the real pressure is on the person doing the interview. I want to give you a little taste of the pressure
I forgot about the
of
bowl.
hiring the right people.
I was thinking
Because if
through
you
what's
hire
the
wrong
what's the
people,
second
It's
competition?
going to be a very bumpy ride.
Ben discloses that we're going to be interviewing each other while riding the bull, which I thought was a brilliant idea.
All right, Carl, you're first, big boy. Let's go.
You're first, big boy.
However, going first is never the move.
All right, Carl.
Shorts.
Shorts is not the move.
Your time as an interviewer
Oh man, I lost so much leg hair on this
All right,
experience.
You guys are about to go on one of the biggest sales calls of our company. What do you need to be successful, Mike?
I need to know what the business is, what they sell.
Jordan, what about you?
Yeah, I want to know how much they need, what their volume requirements are. Can we fulfill it and how fast?
Okay.
That was a good answer. That was a really good answer.
Nice, Jordan.
Yeah.
From your skill set, what is the thing that you would like to build the most? James.
I want to learn about logistics and supply chain.
Oh, great, we got to move a lot of sauce. Nadia.
Product knowledge. I
Product
want to know
knowledge.
all about
Product
the
development.
product. Yes.
Okay, well, gonna need a flavor scientist.
When Carl asked the others what they hope to learn working for him, I like that question because it gives the impression that he actually cares about this employee growing in his company.
Ah, that's
Okay. Okay.
Good work,
Didn't like
buddy.
that question.
Okay.
I'm competitive. What's the thing in the office we need? I thought that the challenge was about staying on the bull. What do we need?
Hang on,
What do we
Carl. More sales.
Especially at the end. I really held on.
Yeah. I was not supposed to hold on that long. I don't think.
Mike
They're like,
seems
"Get off,
very
you're done."
nervous about getting on this bull.
I don't like this thing.
He's having trouble getting on. Let's see what.
Oh,
Mike, you want me to help you up?
Carl said, hey, just step on my back.
Here we go. Ready?
That's teamwork.
that
right
is
there,
right.
Look at you.
Let's go, Mike. Get up there.
Do whatever it would take
Look at
to-
you.
Get up there, Mike.
I didn't know you did that.
Carl, why do
I
you
did
work
that.
for Wonderful?
I like waffles. I like the idea of innovation in the food space. I like making money.
We make stuffed waffles.
All right.
We are
It's not a bad
cooker.
deal.
That's you're doing great, honestly. As we're
What
waiting-
sauce do you want?
I think I'm gonna do Chesapeake today.
You dog.
Are you alright with that? Or fire sauce?
I mean, yeah, but I was gonna do that.
You always do it.
I know. It's the best.
Here's our liquid death.
Oh yeah, this is some
Water?
liquid awesome.
I'm excited. So, for the
Yeah, what do we got? What do you got in this box? This is
Yes.
not a purchase box.
no, so we have been going to PJ Wheelahands and grabbing a couple wings. Shout out PJ Wheelahands.
Yep.
Grabbing a few
Oh
wings.
jeez, I almost put beer
Ahead
in
of-
there.
for our
Would it work?
for our reaction show.
Would beer work?
It would work, yes. In fact,
Should I try it?
When we have mustard. It would be
Beer mustard.
It's going to be amazing with mustard.
I'm trying it with barbecue.
Okay,
I'm trying it.
go
Screw
for it. I mean, it's mostly water. So I smoked up some wings 2 nights ago and figured I'd bring those in
All right,
today so that we can enjoy these wings.
All right, you need a skizzer?
Please. Thank you.
All right. Here's the unknown factor. We're bubbling. Oh,
I'm excited. We've never mixed barbecue with beer. This is the first time.
is this gonna explode?
That could happen.
I'm feeling some. Did you hear that? Our studio people are
Word.
not happy with me. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of excited.
I'm kind of excited too.
Is not bad, Paul.
I think
We're
Mike's
back.
about to throw up his waffles. What do you think?
Sustainability is super important to us as well as giving back, but we have to pick and choose between offsetting our carbon emissions or giving back to organizations. What would you choose, Mike?
Yeah, I definitely think you're offsetting your carbon footprint is the way to go. I think that's even more important than so much giving back. I mean, you are giving back by virtue of the product itself.
So we have a limited marketing budget right now.
I agree with that.
Nadia, where would
Uh-huh.
you put the budget?
As a startup,
Good
every
question.
dollar counts. I would definitely go to the smaller ad spends as far as Instagram and Facebook. I'd also give it to a number one of my friends, like give them out, let them go on, do blogs, post for you. And that way you'd have a natural organic influence.
Some UGC, user generated
Jordan
content.
is staying focused, and I'm impressed with her confidence.
Okay, Jordan.
And I'm
Yep.
hoping she keeps on this path and rises up against her competition. That's exactly what I'm looking for in an entrepreneur.
It's time to develop a men's line. Carl, is there a style that you'd want to see in a men's house shoe?
It's
From my
slippers.
perspective, I would want to come out with a similar style because I think it's very simple and I think it's very stylish. You motivate a male to go after it if it does have a stylistic element to it because
Definitely.
like that's their value proposition.
Made in the USA is something that
I'm not sure what I said.
to a lot of people. Is that something that we should?
I'll be honest.
Thank you for saying that.
That didn't. Words came out, but
I interviewed had really good responses.
There was no meat?
I was actually
I would
blown
agree.
away.
Awesome.
Overall, I think it worked great.
James, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
If you need
Hey, I got you, James. If you need help getting up, you can get on my back.
Oh,
I think James got this. He's
Mike.
good. Yeah.
Please. That guy grew up in Texas.
Yeah.
Reminds me
The
about
old,
my old
the old
steer
reverse
back
jump.
home.
All right, James, your interview starts now.
All right.
Dude,
So
try
we're
this.
Happy Poop,
I
and
did.
we talk about poop.
It's great.
So everybody, are you happy talking about bodily functions?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike immediately, I asked a question.
I remember
"Is anybody
that.
comfortable talking about poop, and he immediately says no.
Yep.
And yeah, that raises an alarm. Yes, I want someone to be comfortable talking about poop because that's our
the
business.
second
We are
time.
about
That's the
poop.
second time that
So
Mike has
what is a
pushed
topic
back
that
on
you
the
are
product
comfortable
itself.
talking about?
I'm love talking about food and cooking.
So we at Happy Poop, we consider food and beverages pre-poop.
Throw 'em off.
So I don't know, is my time up? You trying to knock me off
Your
of
time is
this?
up when you're off, man. Keep going.
Now, James is really grabbing the bull by the horns in this interview. He's acknowledging right away the awkwardness of his product. That certainly helps potential employees let their guard down on this topic. And
He and
answer
Mike, Mike are kind of going
Jordan,
head to head
we're
here.
very prideful about being a United States company, and we would like to make this the United States so we can have that stamp made in the USA. We know it's probably going to cost more, but what are your thoughts on that?
I think there are a way to cut costs in other areas.
Carl, we are going to have the poop stick in black or white. What color do you think would be the most popular?
Ask the customers.
Black or white?
That's correct.
White because it seems more sterile.
So you think people would buy the poop stick with the white color because they think it might be cleaner?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Mike, so we're trying to create a box. What do you think we should put on that box so people know what the poop stick actually does?
When I think of poop stick, I think of something that goes up my butt.
Oh.
And that's not gonna help, okay? So first thing I'm thinking is we need
Interesting,
to change
Mike.
this name.
Why is he pushing back when he's supposed to be interviewing to get the job?
Did y'all ever have
That was an
poop
interesting
that was so
approach
good
that Mike took
once you
on
sat
answering
down
the
and came
interview
out,
questions.
You felt so relieved. You felt happy.
If you're not gonna listen to me there through the name, I don't want this job.
Should we buy a bull for interviewing?
I think that is this an interview question? Sort of similar to.
So
I would say that is a poor use of our funds.
I will say what's interesting is the idea of distraction during interview and how it can impact the question. So the thing that's really hard, I mean, we're going through this right now. We're looking at making a significant hire. And the things that we want to know are hard to ask. And I think they're hard to ask because we have a ton of other considerations. Like fundamentally, the things that we need to know is like, are we going to be able to work with this person? I mean, could you work for any of these companies? Like, would you work for Poop Stick? Wonderful. Dewy shoes? Pillow sheets?
I don't think so. No, I wouldn't be interviewing for these jobs.
So what we saw, I mean, Mike was just straight up with it. He's like, well, I wouldn't work for your company. Like,
right.
I don't see it. I don't get it.
Right. But for the competition, obviously, you have to put yourself in a position where, of course, I am now interviewing for the company. And
you have that question is like, you have judges there. Are they judging you for your answers? Or are they judging you for your questions?
Or for your authenticity? I mean, because they could look at Mike and say, hey, it's the only guy who's actually being authentic.
What the contestants don't know is that I'm also testing out the interviewees. So they're all
there. It is.
So that was
there. It
the
is.
most grueling interview process.
Let's go.
So Mike's strategy
may have backfired.
So now, who would you want working for you, and why? Let's start with Big Carl.
For where we are in a business right now, I think I would go with Nadia because we need that passion, we need that voice.
Mike, who would you?
That's a good answer.
Good choice. Good choice.
I really appreciated you helping me get up on that bull. I know the character that I need in my company, and man,
good choice, Mike.
Thanks.
James.
I need someone like Mike that will poke holes into everything that I'm doing so he can see stuff
What an
that I am not
interesting
seeing.
contrarian situation we have between these two.
Nadia.
When you have a new business, you got to have the people that don't just wear their hat. They got to wear multiple hats and figure it out when they don't have the answers. Jordan, I think that you can do it.
Oh, thank you.
That leaves you, Jordan. Who would you hire?
Mike, it really came down to you between the benefits and how we serve our customers. You nailed it. So I would hire you.
Thanks.
So James is left out in the cold there.
Which one
But Mike has 2
would
votes.
you definitely not hire?
Ooh.
Jordan.
Carl,
Oh.
we have to love our product. I didn't see that fire about house shoes from you.
Nadia.
I'm sorry, Jordan.
Avoid
I'm
hiring
sorry,
Mike.
Jordan.
I just don't need someone poking holes and just asking questions without solutions.
Go ahead,
Makes
Nadia.
sense. James, you are the guy who likes
Ooh.
people poking holes. Who wouldn't you hire?
I would let Carl go.
Oof.
His enthusiasm for other people's business and
Do you remember
products,
this?
I don't think he would be there to help push that needle forward.
Okay. Fair
I don't know if this is fair.
So
Wait a second.
I wouldn't choose James because I don't remember hearing
Dude, these two,
a response
these
that
two are
really was
at
innovative.
it.
It sounded like more cookie cutter.
And that leaves you, Carl.
I had some concerns with Mike and his responses. They seemed relatively combative throughout the interview process.
Well, this has been enlightening. So,
Wow.
I'm gonna ask you all to head back down to the basement.
Oh, yikes.
I'm gonna hang back here. You've given me a lot.
Oh,
to
my
think
stress
about.
level just rose.
We're gonna
Forgot about that part.
When I
Yikes.
go back down there, I got to cut one of you loose.
Oh, there it
Gotta
comes.
Get out of here. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
I was concerned because I had 2 votes to not be hired. I think only one person said they would hire me, and so I think I left a little bit on the table.
So what y'all think about that?
That was fun.
All right.
Intense.
Assholes.
Honestly. Like, I know it was a competition, and then we went through saying who we would hire and who we wouldn't hire. But when you walk away from it, did you actually take something from it? I think so.
Definitely.
So there's 2 competitions.
Yeah.
There was a desk build.
Yeah, which you won.
I think we did well. We were competitive there.
No. You definitely came away the winner of competition 1 of this episode. It's episode 7, competition 1, winner Carl.
And there's, okay, so then, all right, I'll take that.
Absolutely.
Ding.
Check it.
If we can put the emoji.
And then competition 2
is the interview.
And even though I'm biased and would obviously think that you're in the top tier of that, I do think you are safe. Like if they think Jordan, my take is
they think Jordan was the strongest,
and Mike was most divisive. Therefore,
so if it's Jordan, Mike, then you've got Carl, Nadia, James, or James, Carl, Nadia, Carl, whatever.
Somewhere in the middle there, however you want to rank them, doesn't matter to me.
All right, so theoretically, if we're thinking through this,
yep,
Carl did well on the first one. He did all right on the second one. I should be all right.
Okay.
But how did Mike? So if Mike didn't do well on the second one, how did he do on the first one?
Not great.
I don't remember. So he and Jordan were working on the desk in the middle.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they certainly tackled that. I mean, what's interesting is there's this whole competition that happens, and so we're getting to see pieces of it.
Sure. I think maybe similarly, like actually in the first competition, I think it was you and everybody else.
Fair.
And so at that point, if it's you and everybody else, and then in the second competition, it's what's her name?
Jordan
and
everybody else,
and then Mike.
Yeah,
I think Mike.
Things are starting to delineate. It would be challenging to do this.
Who fired me? I think 2 people fired me.
I did.
Yeah, I fired
You
you
dog.
as well.
I got fired.
You fired me?
times too.
I fired you too. Yeah. I just didn't think the passion was during the interview process. I didn't.
I think it was the same for both of us. I just need that
Come on.
energy.
Yeah, I have passion for
and to
sauce,
love
not
our
shoes or
product.
poop sticks.
I had 2 votes to not be hired, so I'm a little nervous. Don't want to go down to the wire again.
Mike said he'd fire me, so I'm going to fire Mike too. I hired Mike, so after I heard that.
I changed my answer.
That's fine. I still get the signing bonus.
Mike said that he wouldn't hire me after I hired him. That's fine. I'm excited. I'm still confident that I can come home a winner.
I hired Jordan.
Thank you.
You're so laid back, cool, calm, collective, and then when those real questions come, you had a real answer.
Yeah.
Unless she needs to be a pillow sheeter.
Dewey's, sleep, my husband, and my dog.
Are we talking that order?
Though not that order. For me right now, it's game time. I'm gonna be confident. I'm gonna show them that I'm the jockey he's looking for.
Good for you.
And I'm gonna make it till the end of this.
Hey. So this is it. The Fab 5 become the Fab 4.
How you doing?
Good, James. How are you?
James standing up and giving a handshake.
I tested the Fab Five
Every
and their
time.
ability to both lead and follow, and also to take the bull by the horns in an interview. Just like in nature, business is all about survival of the fittest.
This
Not fair.
is
We had to hold on to the
definitely
little
part of
thingy.
job I don't love.
Unfortunately, it's time to see who will be safe and whose journey to compete for my investment ends tonight.
We've built desks, we've filled desks, and now we're going to clear a desk. There's one person that impressed the hell out of me and my team in the Bulls by the Horn interview. This person was direct to the point, poignant when conducting the interview,
Jordan.
and provided what I thought
Jordan
were
goes.
smart answers.
First
to
one
most
safe.
of the questions. Jordan, you're truly a secret weapon. Strong with silent confidence. Well done.
Thank you so
Good for her.
much. I appreciate that.
Well, then head to the bar.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Thanks, Ben.
Dewey.
I came in here a little shaky.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You
Feels
feel
good to
good?
be sitting.
Curtis.
But after 3 challenges, I'm now being labeled.
Did you
as
get
the
to know
talent
Curtis?
assassin.
Got to know
And I like
Curtis.
it.
That's what I like to hear. You are winning. And keep going.
Carl, you were the clear leader of the desk challenge.
Yes, you were, buddy.
But 2 people, James and Jordan, who's already safe, both said they would not hire you at the end of it.
Which wasn't nice.
I would let Carl go.
I didn't see that fire.
I
from you.
got
Actually,
different
they
business.
said you were the last person they'd hire. Nadia, you
Ooh.
were the clear first follower of the desk challenge.
I know when is not my lane, and so all I could do was just figure out where I could fit in.
And I like that you recognize
Nice work, Nadia.
when to lead and when to follow. But
Yep, it's good quality.
Nadia, your interview, it's just okay. Between the 2 of you, who stays? Mike. Between Nadia and Carl, who should I send home?
I'd send Nadia home.
Well,
James.
It would be Carl,
Wow.
because I feel if he was working for someone like me, he wouldn't be able to become another black sheep that I would need to lead other people.
Fair enough. And I'll take your answers into consideration while Carl and Nadia are at the bar.
you tricky man.
Is this part hard? Waiting to see.
All right, let's go. Yes. On to episode 8.
All amazing entrepreneurs. So
What?
We're doing another show. We're doing another reaction show, everyone. Tune in next week, Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
Your boy has gone and done it again.
Let's go, Carl. Do you remember that moment?
Nope.
Or should I say,
Nope.
a bit of a
That was I don't remember Ben going through that.
Actually, I was wondering that. Do you think it was a strategic play? So as they were going through the competition, and they're asking who they would fire or who they would hire, who they wouldn't hire.
From the competitor's perspective.
Yeah, is this a play that they were?
Ooh, we get our moment.
Yeah, or Carl's. I'm intimidated by Carl. I think he's got a good product. I think he clearly was the winner of the first challenge.
So I'm gonna use this as my let's level the playing field.
Exactly.
Oof.
Do you think that's kind of how were people playing the game, essentially?
I was. That's a really good question.
Thanks, Vince.
I was not in that headspace when I was there. I was not playing that game. I mean, it did not seem hostile in a way that I think if we had more time, then maybe there could have been some strategery being employed here. But I could be naive.
Huh?
I could just be an idiot.
Go on. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
I've got plenty to back up.
I would like to think that they did do it strategically.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good on them.
say that. Everybody's got their own approach, Mike. But I don't know if that's one I would take.
Okay. Well, I'm sticking with it. I think I wouldn't change anything.
Holding
what I
strong.
did today.
All right. But I'll tell you something. What surprised me even more, Mike,
2 people wanted
was
to
when I
hire you.
asked James who you'd hire
Yeah.
between all 4 candidates. You chose the one guy who wanted nothing to do with your product.
I need someone like Mike that will poke holes into everything that I'm doing, so he.
James might have been saying that
Yeah, let's go do
to
that.
play the game.
I don't get it. That's the single most important thing early on, is that you get like-minded people to see what you see.
That's fair.
And to
I don't
create a
agree.
movement.
I don't agree.
Really?
Just to surround yourself with like-minded people is wrong.
And the
That's right.
conversation is
You want some people that are going to challenge.
somebody
Yeah,
really
but
agrees with me and just shoots and riles me on. I need somebody that kind of disagrees with me to poke those holes.
It's
into our
neither.
product,
It's
into our
neither
message.
You need a good-
James
a good
or
balance,
Mike.
yeah.
You need the balance. You need someone who's excited about your product. You need someone who wants to be a part of your team, but someone who isn't just going to be a yes
I have
man.
no idea what's in Ben's mind. He's going back and forth saying what he didn't like about Mike, and he's telling me what he didn't like about me.
I guess, like I said, everyone has their own way.
I interview well, just so you know.
Do
I
you?
was
Yeah.
surprised
I believe that.
when James said that he would hire me, but Ben makes the final decision. It's who he ultimately is going to invest in, who he wants to feel comfortable with.
James,
You're safe.
Mike,
James is safe.
I had to defer to one of my most trusted people, my brother-in-law, Nick, who was with us at the Bull. Nick said
I think that's weak.
that hands down, he would hire you, James, over anybody else.
James, without a doubt. He wasn't afraid to talk about the product.
And
Ben,
for this reason,
the buck
James,
stops with
go
you.
join the group at the bar. You're staying in the basement.
There we go. There we go, James.
That's it. Ben,
Great product.
Ben, the buck stops with you. I would say that you don't defer to your brother-in-law on that decision.
To live another day. Is there an empty seat
You know,
for me?
how about that?
Definitely learned a lot from the experience sitting there with Mike.
Okay.
Talking about your crap.
We really need more of a cheerleader than someone that's going to poke holes in our product.
Mike, your time in the basement is over.
It's been real. It's been a good time.
It has been a good time.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that.
I'll
I'm
get
sure.
over
I'm sure of
this.
it.
I'm not happy about it. Definitely the way that it happened. But you make decisions in life you have to live with. I know it's gonna be awkward, just like talking about poop. But let's not make this awkward. Give me some love, man. It was a good run while it lasted. I know you got my back.
Thanks,
and
Mike.
I really appreciate that. All right.
Thank you.
But now I've got to move on and.
That's
work
nice
on
by Mike to you.
serious
To Mike.
Hmm.
To Mike.
I'm
Only
like,
4 spots remain. Who will be saved, and who will lose their chance for up to $1 million investment? by
4
me?
spots remain. Carl
Competition.
Starkey and
Competition.
Awesome Sauce is alive in $1 billion idea.
On $1 billion.
Okay, what's coming up? What's coming up?
Time starts now. Look at this, look at this. Oh no! You like each other too much. You're competing.
You're not scared, are you?
No, I'm not scared. What are you talking about, Nadia?
We're not a team anymore?
Are
Uh-oh.
they trying to?
Uh-oh.
Every great business starts with a plan, and our business right now is to get these jokers out the basement.
It looked like James could play a little pool, by the way, in that last shot. Did you see that?
I don't think it went in. Tell me I'm wrong, James. I don't think it went in. All right.
Carl, I'm proud of you. Let me just say this. I am proud of you. Thank you for representing us. I really thought you represented well on that show. You were the leader in the first competition. You went down and assisted Mike on the bowl. I think that showed a lot of character.
That's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do.
You played the game a little bit. Maybe you didn't see it that way, but I think you kind of found the right tone and tenor as you went through the interview process and kind of managed how
I wrangled myself. But not as much of a dude as Ben would
He's
call
a dude.
it. He's a dude. This guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, I think you adjusted. Clearly,
I
you
down
adjusted.
duded.
You down duded.
I down duded. I down duded myself.
Well done. I really
I manned up and down duded.
Yeah. Proud of you, buddy. Way to go. Thanks, man.
All right.
Thanks for representing.
Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow us on socials. Please, if you haven't gotten Awesome Sauce, somewhere down here, I think, get yourself a free sample. There's a QR code. Scan that. like us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where we'll put some more updates, and we're going to keep doing these all the way through our time on $1 Billion Idea.
Episode 7 next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m.
Episode 8, Tuesday.
Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem. And we're out.